Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you a small trick which can improve your work from home life. Like it can improve your productivity. Generally, we use some remote desktop tools such as Anydesk, TeamViewer, uh, or so. Whenever we are using these tools, we can have a lot of latency, which will cost our patience, and we will lose our patience too. In such situations, we can change the way we use these tools, and we can improve the way we work from home. And I'm going to show you a small trick with Anydesk VPN, which only works on Linux. And if you want to use it on Windows, we need to use Windows latest version, which is in 2004. Its version number itself is 2004. In that, using WSL2, we can get this feature also. I will make another video about that. Currently, I can show you regarding this.
Uh, Here I'm going to use three different things. Like, it works on Linux operating system. We need two other tools such as Anydesk as well as VS Code editor. VS Code is a popular developer tool which we are going to use today. So, using Anydesk itself, we can connect to our office systems and perform a lot of tasks such as writing a code or else executing it or building an npm package or something like related to terminal tasks as well as writing coding tasks. These both can be done in a simpler manner on your local system. We can connect to our office systems and perform a lot of tasks such as writing a code or else executing it or building an npm package or something like related to terminal tasks as well as writing coding tasks. These both can be done in a simpler manner on your local system. How this can be possible is in Linux operating system, any Linux operating system. If you install Anydesk means, then you'll get an option. The third option here, whatever you are seeing here, no, the third option you'll get as a VPN. On pressing it, it will process to a dialog box where you get two option two data values, local IP as well as remote IP. Using these things, we can go forward and connect to our office system over terminal as well as VS Code. In terminal, it is a lot simpler. Uh, Wait a sec, I'll explain. Yeah, this is your regular Linux terminal, and we have something called as SSH. SSH username of your computer, whatever computer you are, whatever the name you have set for your username in your office system, you just need to enter that. For whatever IP address it has mentioned here. For me, I have set it to starting point as 123.123.0.0. Generally, it will automatically generate such as 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2, like this. But if you are using multiple systems, it might cause an conflict. So what we are going to do is, I have started mine with 123.123. This is a dummy IP address, but it will allow us to connect to our office systems and all. Just that the remote IP, whatever it has been showing me there in that window, I am entering that, and it will ask me for the password. The original password which is set for my office system, I will enter that. You enter yours. That's it. I am able to access my system over this terminal. And while writing code, using terminal is the shittiest thing you can do. So we have an extension in VS Code. In VS Code, we have something called as extensions. This little icon here will be present somewhere around here in your system, but in mine I have configured it to be here. Okay, then you enter simply remote SSH. That's it. It will show up in top item. Go to that, install it here. I have already installed mine, so it is showing uninstalled for me. And after this installing this, you will get some icon, this green color icon in this corner, left hand corner. You will get an icon, and go there and press on this first option, connect to host. remote SSH connect to host. Yeah, I want to connect to host. I entered that, and now just enter username at the rate of IP address shown in your AnyDesk application. 23.123.0.1. What was that? 0.1. Yeah, just enter that. It will open another window for your remote VS Code server, and it will ask for password again. That's it. Done. It should connect now. Hopefully it's connected. You can see on the left hand side bottom corner that it says that editing on SSH 123.0.1. Okay, now we can open our files and folders by clicking on this icon, the explorer icon. Open folder. It will start showing your directories which are present in your remote system, such as all your office system. Let's say in documents most of my files are stored, and I can go to any folder and open that. That's it, simply. And if I want to create a new file in that folder, it's asking for password again. You enter the password, how many times it might ask, don't know, like mostly it will ask for one time only. Yes, I'm in AnyDesk folder. If I want to create a new file, it will be created into this AnyDesk folder itself. Okay, are you getting this what I'm saying? Okay. Bad naming convention. I will provide this txt file so that what are the steps you need to perform, you'll be able to. First and most important thing, install Linux on your system. I suggest to use Pop! OS most preferably. It's not a mandatory thing, but still. Next, install AnyDesk and your code editor. Then install AnyDesk. In code also we have something called as snaps. I don't wish you want to know that, but simply you can add your code editor using this command. That's it. Now whatever things I have changed here are directly saved onto my remote system. If you want to check that, I have opened a terminal, right, initially. Yeah, this one. Now I'll go to that file and I'll cat those lines which are shown in the background. Yes, ls. Boom, you got all the files which you are editing here, and you can see them here also. It will be saving everything in real time, and make sure that you are saving very frequently, because a lot of changes which you might make, sometimes AnyDesk causes a remote disconnection. In that point of time you might lose your changes, so around for every 5 to 10 changes you make, or 5 to 10 lines of code you write, you change these you save these things. Cat help about. That's it. Whatever I have written in that VS Code editor, all of the things are shown here. That's how it works. I think you are happy with whatever the trick I have shown you. But another thing I want to show you is, if you are working on multiple systems like me, like I work on a couple of systems. You can see here I'm connecting to multiple systems from my laptop. In such situation, what is the thing happening here is, let's say I'm already connected to Raja office. If I want to connect to local GPU, then it will generate new IP addresses. Now it is generating like this, but sometimes what happens is for Raja office and local GPU, the IP address remote IP location will be starting from same numbers. This might cause an issue. So what will you do is you make sure that these will remain different from system to system. What you can do is that starts from 123, right? To make sure that it is from 143.143.0.0. Okay, now if you start means you will get IP address ranging from 143.143.0.0 to 143.143.0. Sorry, 255.255, somewhere in this range. Yeah, now if you want to connect to another system, you can go here. Shift at the rate of what was the IP address? 143.143.0.1. Always enter the remote IP address instead of anything else. I'm entering the password for that system, and this password varies from various systems, so it's up to your headache. I don't want to intervene in that. Okay, now you can see that multiple systems. This is another system which named Rajshekhar AA, and this is another system which named local GPU. Okay, that's how you can perform all the command line tasks. If you want to build some packages or install something, you can do it like this. How different it is from regularly connecting technique is, you will get no latency at all, mostly if you are not disconnected, that's for sure. Okay, and while code editing, if you type one thing in regularly you are using a remote window, right? In that thing, what happens is, if you press G, or else if you are typing sudo, that O might repeat continuously for some more times. But here it will not happen, because it is completely happening in your local system and being executed only in the uh, office system. That means if you have a 4 GB of RAM also in your local system, you can connect to your powerful system somewhere around in the world using this AnyDesk on both the systems, and make sure that it will not interrupt your work life. And I think these techniques are most important. Share with everyone, and I expect that you to subscribe to my channel, so that I get more number of views whenever I upload a new video to my channel. You will get to know. Thank you, guys.